We are replacing the lower control arms on this 2011 Subaru Impreza Outback, whatever the heck it is, all the same thing. And it's going to be a DIY friendly video where I show you torque specs and how I do it. So the bushings on these wear out, they start cracking, they get bad, the ball joints wear out, they get loose. That contributes to bad tire wear, I guess you might say. Bad handling you might feel if they get really bad. When you brake, the car wants to turn one way, and when you accelerate, it wants to turn the other way. There are several symptoms. You can do it preventatively. You can see that the bushings are cracking while it's in the car. I'll show you that. And yeah, I'm going to show you how to replace it. I have a lift, so I'm going to use it. But you can do this on a jack and jack stands at home. I'm going to use mostly basic hand tools. I think I'm going to use an impact to take tire off because that's easy, and I'm me. And I have an impact, but I'll try and do pretty much the rest of it with basic hand tools. I will link everything I use as far as parts and stuff in Amazon links down below. Remember, if you click on the link and buy stuff, I make a commission. You don't pay more. Amazon just makes a little less because they give me a little bit. This is the control arm I'm using. I will link those below. I'm also doing sway bar end links while we're in there because it's not usually worth the fight to try and save those. They're cheap enough. Just go ahead and replace it while you're doing it. Some basic hand tools, nothing too extravagant, nothing too fancy, and we're gonna go ahead and get this fixed. Let's see, it's probably gonna be too dark in there for you to see. Let me get this up and I'll kind of show you how the bushings are ripping out on this one. I'm gonna sneak you guys back in here. Oh, hold on, I got my hand stuck. Alright, so that's the bushing we're looking at right there. That's pretty torn up. The driver's side was worse. Not much, but you can see I can't get my fingers down there to show you with it being dark. All this is just ripping away. That's just from use, wear, and tear. As your car wears and tears, things rip and get destroyed. They're on the bottom of the car, so it gets all the salt and road grime, and that deteriorates things. And it's just a wear item. This car's got some miles on it, and sometimes you just gotta maintain them. As is typical, we're gonna remove the tire after the car's in the air, of course. Not before. We don't do that. Neither should you. For me, first things first, I'm going to pull this ball joint bolt out just so that can start working on being out. Oh, that's a 14 millimeter for me. And it is very tight. Oh gosh. Okay. We might break out the bigger wrench. We need some more gusto. We'll put this in the off mode, of course, and there we go. There we go. Alright, we bought control arms that, oh yeah, that's rusty. They come with new bolts, which is good, so that can go away. Next thing we're going to tackle is the sway bar end link. I want to take it off the sway bar itself because I'm just replacing it anyway, so there's no point in taking this one off. So for that, I believe it was I used a 14 millimeter wrench on the nut and a 5 millimeter Allen head. Let me get you in where you can see that, or you guys can actually see it better than I can. Perfect. So I want to put my wrench in here, and then I'm going to stick my my little 5 millimeter Allen wrench in there. I'm going to try and pull it off. You might, depending on how this goes, if this strips out with the 5 mil or something like that, a lot of times I just slice them off, cut them. I don't even play with it this way sometimes, but because we're filming it, I figure I'll do it the way you guys are going to probably try to do it. Oh, come on. Get out of there. And again, our new sway bar end link will have a nut, so I'm not too worried about that. So then you can kind of just make sure that's free, pull that out, flip that upside down. Now, next part. is I'm gonna grab a 17mm wrench for the control arm bushing up front, 17mm wrench here, and I believe this was a 19mm bolt head, and I'm just gonna work those loose and out. I was wrong, it is a 17mm bolt head and a 17mm nut down here. So, hold it with your wrench and spin it with your ratchet. Okay, this nut and bolt we're going to reuse, so don't get too carried away about throwing it out. But I'm going to take it out and thread it back together so I don't lose it. Alright, so over here, you can use your ratchet if you'd like. I'm going to use this impact. We have this plate that, I don't know why the plate's here, but we have this plate here that kind of stiffens up this control arm, I guess. It's held in by 2 bolts here. Those are both coming out. They're short, which is good. There's 1. There's 2. Keep those bolts, we need them back. And then we're going to take the plate off of the control arm and the retaining nut here, which is also 19. There we go. At this point, we are more or less ready to pull this down. I'm going to try and keep you guys out of the way while I do that. So the way I like to do this is it's just being held in this way by the weight of the spindle. So I want to try and kind of push this out, and as I push it out, this should fall down, and that should also fall out. Now this ball joint is pinched in this little pinch dealio thing. So we're going to grab a screwdriver and a hammer. You can use a chisel, you can use a tool, whatever you want to use. I'm going to use a screwdriver and a hammer. We're going to open this spindle up so the ball joint can drop. So we're just going to shove it in the crack here, as high up as you can, because that'll help you install the new one, but it's not too big of a deal. Once you think you got it open enough, you can kind of just give a little love tap on your control arm. Give yourself some love taps on the way out. There it comes. Oh yeah. She's very rusted and seized in there is all it is. So that's out. So now, before we get carried away about putting our new one in, we're just going to grab a little wire brush and clean that out. After you clean that out, you're going to notice that my screwdriver is in the way of putting in the new bolt. So what we're going to end up doing is putting the new ball joint up and then pulling our screwdriver out, and then just the tension of the spindle should close it up and hold it. But we'll pull a screwdriver out and stick that bolt in relatively quickly. So now, the fun part, just trying to line this up and get that up in there, and then shove this bolt through. So we're going to put our bolt in as far as we can until the screwdriver stops it. I have my hammer to help kind of pop this up in place, as long as you got it somewhat straight. All that rust is coming from this heat shield, dust shield for the brakes. Alright, so once that's up there, we're going to pull that out and shove our bolt through. Theoretically, it should hold, but we're going to go ahead and tighten that up just to make sure it doesn't fall back out real quick. And our new bolt also came with a lock washer, so that is in there as well, by the way. Alright, just snug. So at this point, we need to get our 2 bushings in their respective places. Remember, there's not much holding the spindle on, so it's actually not that hard. I like to start with this bolt straight down, because that's the hardest one to line up later. And then while you kind of hold that with one hand, I just kind of push with the other one until that kind of is in place. Doesn't have to be all the way in place, just kind of. And then you just fight until you can get this nut on, or sorry, get this bolt. Well, you can get this nut on just to hold it and then take it back off later if you want. But my goal right now is to get this bolt in. So we're gonna get this in, push it up. Use your hammer to send this one in. So just go ahead and put this plate and just get this nut on a couple threads just to keep this from falling back out. Not to worry about the plate, we're just keeping the bushing in place. So then, we can use our hammer. Just kind of tap that where we want it. See if we can do something like so. Just there, right there. There she goes. All right. So now that we're in there, at least that far, and get a bite. I just need to pull this end down, which will probably go down if we suck that up. So let me suck that up a little bit. Might as well just go ahead and send these two bolts home right here. Send this one home. Look for those torque specs on the side of your screen right there. And then this one, yep, will fall right into place. Grab your nut for the inside or outside, whatever way you want to look at it. We're gonna grab our 17 millimeter on this side and our 17 millimeter on this side. So on this one, it's usually recommended to tighten this while at ride height, so you can get it kind of snug, or use a jack, pick up on this to ride height and then torque it down, or put it on the ground with the tire and then get down there and torque it down. Typically I find it easier to jack this up, you know. But look for these torque specs on the side of your screen as well for this guy. Alright, once you get torqued down, we can do our sway bar end link. Or actually we can torque this down first. Let's torque that down first. So I already snugged this in. Now we're going to torque it to specs, which you should be able to find on the side of your screen. Right there. Alright, our sway bar end link. These are always a joy. They just fill you with so much joy. Well, we're going to take a pick. You're going to struggle with one side. There's just no two ways about it. I like to struggle with the top side because you have more room to play. So I'm going to slide the bottom side in right here. For this particular car, I don't believe there is an upside down and an upside right. So you just pick one. We're just going to get this lock nut threaded on as far as we can by hand, but we're not going to tighten it because we want this to move. And typically what I end up doing is I take this stud and I bend it down. Just lost my nut. Hopefully I can find that later. So I'm going to grab my finger. They're really tight when they're new. Which is good. There we go. Once that bends down a little bit, I can try. Okay, this one actually seems like it came out this way. So I'm going to try and shift this sway bar over. There we go. I'm just moving it to the other side so I can get this stud in here. Oh, wait, there we go. There we go. I think we're gonna have it. There we go. Grab our nut. And at this point, you're just doing whatever you have to do to get enough stud through that you can get a few threads on with your nut. Because once you get a few threads, you can tighten it with the wrench. So the whole goal is just get some threads without damaging them, of course. I'm trying to wear gloves because I damaged my hand yesterday, and it's kind of, I'm not a glove guy. Trying to become a glove guy, and ironically I was wearing gloves when I damaged my hand, so you know. But anywho, I don't know, I'm trying to keep chemicals and stuff off my skin as much as I can, I guess. But alright, so now that we got that threaded in, we're going to torque these down to spec as well. So here's the lower one. Look for your look for these torque specs on the side of your screen as well. Oh yeah. Your tire can now go to back on. So these lug nuts are short enough. It's kind of a pain in the butt to get your finger in there and kind of turn it. So I use a shallow 19 millimeter socket just to get these started by hand. because that extends it just enough that it's easy. Alrighty, and don't forget to torque the tires. That's all to replacing the lower control arms and ball joints on your Subaru Impreza or whatever Subaru you got. Pretty much all of them from, I don't know, 1990 to current, I guess. They seem to keep a similar fashioned control arm. So I remember, I will link parts down below. Super easy. Click the link, buy my stuff that I link. Even if you don't buy the stuff I link, you just click the link and then go buy something else. I make a small commission. Amazon doesn't keep everything. You don't pay any more than you do already. So help me out, do that. It's fantastic. Leave a like, thumbs up, comment down below. Adios.